Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is experiencing significant unrest as thousands take to the streets in one of the largest protests in recent years. Led by the Awami Action Committee (AAC), these large demonstrations show decades of frustration over political exclusion, economic neglect, and widespread corruption. On September 29th, the AAC organized a region-wide shutter-down and wheel jam strike. This forced markets and businesses to close in major districts including Mirpur, Kotli, Rawalakot, and Neelam Valley. The protesters demand necessary reforms, including immediate subsidies for essential goods like flour and electricity, fairer power rates connected to hydropower projects, and the removal of 12 legislative seats in the PoK assembly reserved for Kashmiri refugees living in Pakistan. Protesters argue that these seats distort local representation and allow undue influence from Islamabad. The protests have faced a strong security response. Thousands of troops, including paramilitary forces from Punjab and police reinforcements from Islamabad, have flooded the region. To limit communication and prevent the protests from growing, internet services have been shut down across PoK. This action has raised concerns by rights groups about the violation of civil liberties. Roads and entry points have been blocked. AAC leaders, including key members like Shaukat Nawaz Mir, state that this movement aims not against any institution, but for basic rights denied for over 70 years. They have warned that without significant reforms, public anger will demand change. This feeling is widespread in civil society, with lawyers, traders, and social organizations standing with the movement. The unrest stems from several years of political and economic tension in the area. Many people are angry about the exploitation of local resources, particularly the Mangla Dam and Neelam Jhelum hydropower projects, whose benefits seldom reach local communities. Rising inflation and costs have intensified hardships, driving demands for subsidies and economic changes. Recent discussions between the AAC and Pakistan's government have ended without results. Stalls stalled over the AAC's demand to eliminate privileged political seats and stop elite benefits. As talks have broken down, protests have intensified, raising concerns for the Pakistani government about a growing movement seeking not just reforms but full azadi or freedom from Pakistan. Beyond the unrest in PoK, diaspora communities in the United States, the United Kingdom, and Europe are also planning protests to raise awareness of the issue and exert more pressure on Islamabad. As the situation unfolds, there is clear tension between the local population's calls for justice, autonomy, and dignity, and the government's strong response to maintain control. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether this protest movement leads to real reforms or results in further conflict.